So I'm going down to the school to see my kids, and they always ask me to bring something. I usually bring pizza or wraps, finger food. And they were like, if you bring pizza one more time, we're gonna mutiny and never listen to you again. So I was like, all right, what do y'all want? And one kid was like, why don't you bring us some sushi? And that's what I did. So we're at school. I'm gonna meet with my kids first, and then we're gonna talk about the main point of this video, which is what kind of students should go to the US for high school. And I promise you it's not the answer you've been hearing all along. It's really a pretty deep cultural question. So don't change the channel, stay tuned. Hi. 怎么样？就在那篮球场。你不用举，我去看看。不用举，千万别不用。How you doing? Good. Is that how long time this? 哎，Tony，明天一堆考试是吗？好久不见了，我录会儿像行吗？啊，这麦克风。这什么作业 ？OK， 讲完了，咱们下礼拜见。那行，那看吧，看赢不赢呗。已经赢，这么有资源的，我靠！3年了，已经都是。上次电视直播的也赢。Bye guys. See, I hadn't seen these kids in like almost a month, and kids can be annoying sometimes, but if you don't see them, but when you don't see them, you kind of actually miss them, and it's the weirdest thing because I don't have kids of my own, and I've known some of these kids for 4 years now. It's something else. This video is about what kind of students should come to the US for high school. It's a beautiful day. We're in front of the school, we're in front of the church here, and set my camera down. This is really a cultural question. To understand it, I think you got to understand that American parents, from the day their kids are born, it's like a countdown timer. It's an 18-year countdown timer to when their kid goes off to college. All parents, in the back of their minds, it's like this image of college. Kids are going to be driving. They probably will be drinking. There's drugs, there's guns. You can get pregnant, right? Or you could get married or whatever. There's all these other things that could happen to you once you're 18 because you're free to make your own choices. Parents, schools, churches, the community, everyone is thinking we need to prepare our kids to make their own success, to grab opportunity when they get it, and to protect themselves when they need to. So that's the underlying factor that drives the whole education system. So the school prepares kids by making sure they're able students. So what that means, able, is they're creative, they have leadership skills, they have responsibility, they know how to manage their time.
And it scrubs your back.
So here's an example. Nowadays, school, homework, everything that's online, so parents can see every bit of homework, all the small quizzes, the big tests that kids have online. But back 10 years ago, when I was in school, they didn't have any of that. So kids, only we knew what the work was. We were in 6 to 7 classes. So take that 6 classes, every class has homework, so that's 6 homework, multiplied by at least 1 quiz every week, 1 test every other week, and 1 project every month for every class. Multiply that together and you have like, I don't know, a zillion assignments. And parents did not know what those assignments were unless they asked the child, and the child had to know in the first place.
Homework's done?
Worked my Ticonderoga to the nub.
Wow.
Kids had to balance, okay, I've got homework to do and then I have this test to prepare for that's 5 days later. That's time management. You learn these life skills by going through school. School was almost like mock life. If you forget something, if you drop something, if you need to make something up, you, the student, had to go to the teacher, explain yourself, and hope that they would help you. So school was built around making sure kids had ownership, responsibility of their time and their accomplishments. And that's key because college is expensive here. The average college 4-year degree costs $200,000 US. No one has that kind of money lying around. No one saves that much money. Most kids are gonna have to take loans or rely on scholarships, and parents know that. Every American person who has a child is saving up for their college fund because interest is expensive. Did you know? So interest for students is like 6.8%. It's crazy. It's much higher than a mortgage. For some reason that happens in America, right? Parents want their kids to have life skills, so one, they don't waste $250,000 going to college. Second, that child is gonna need to pay off that loan. So you have this confluence of school factors and at-home factors where everyone knows, okay, once you're 18, you're going someplace for an education that costs $250,000. You could become an alcoholic. You could become a druggie. You could get shot, right? If you say the wrong thing to the wrong person, you could kill someone with your car because you're driving now, and you could get pregnant, right? Or you get married, or both. School and family life is structured around making sure, minimizing the chances that that does happen. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys something. So one of my kids is in basketball, right? So we're gonna go inside and look at her practice. And sports is a big part of high school, not just for fun. Like, actually, no one really cares about how good you are at a sport in America. If you're good, you can probably be on the team, right? If you're kind of good. They care that you're on the team because it shows commitment. Colleges care because it takes time. You need to balance your time, and it's a big responsibility factor. Again, all tied into that 18-year countdown. This school is a school Monday through Friday and a church on Sunday. And in the next video, we're gonna talk about what is church, what is Christmas, what is all these Christians, right? These Christian schools, what is that all about? Everybody's out there.